Hi everyone, I'm Rachel. In this tutorial, I'll teach you how to shade a beautiful cheekbone and jaw area using the Color Therapy app. The trick to shading a nice cheekbone and jaw is to not overdo it. You want to softly build up shadows and highlights and avoid using too dark of colors for contouring. So if you're really aiming for realistic results, it's best to look at a reference. Notice here how the cheekbone is very, very subtle, very lightly shaded. And then the jaw area does have a harsher line, but it does fade also very softly into the neck. So I'm going to use the same colors from that reference for her face and skin tones. So go under the Skin Shades palette. I'll be using the fourth color on the top row and just tap to fill that into the face. Now let's begin by shading. So select the airbrush tool first. Let's set the size to 100 and opacity at 85. From the Skin Shades palette, select the very first color, so the lightest color. Now we're going to highlight the cheekbone just right above it and then the length of the jaw. So make sure coloring inside the lines mode is set to on. So I'm just going to do a very subtle, just a stroke across right above the cheekbone. And then starting where the chin is, going all the way across where the jaw is and kind of bring it up to where the ear is. Now back in the Skin Shades palette, choose the fourth color on the top row to the right. Now right below the highlight line that we created for the cheekbone, go ahead and just swipe up to create a contour line. Now go to the second color on the second row, and then this time, let's set the size at 65 and opacity at 25. Now right where the cheekbone would be, you're gonna add a darker contour line just right there. Now lower the size to 18 and set the opacity at 60. And go to the second to last color on the second row. We're gonna add a dark shadow to the jawline now. So just trace the jawline that you can already see, the shadow area. And you can just sort of fade that in. Now let's blend that. So use the smear tool, set the size and intensity at 100. Now blend the jaw very smoothly. So just work on those lines being very elegant and smooth and straight. And then using one of the darker browns from the Skin Shades palette, you can just add a tiny bit of a dark shadow into the corner of where the neck meets the chin. And again, you can smear it as needed. You'll want to continue to shade the rest of the face and the neck and the ears. So I would use the very last color on the top row. You can keep those same settings that we had before. So about size 20 and opacity at 60 for the airbrush tool. And then right up against that dark shadow you made underneath the neck, you can just add another shadow, etc. And then blend those in using the smear tool. Finally, let's add in a little bit of blush to the cheeks. So select the last color on the top row in the red palette. Set the size to 100 and opacity at 30. And then just gently spray in a little bit of blush. It's going to be right underneath where the cheekbones begins. If you want to learn how to shade the nose, lips, or eyes, check out my other tutorials. If you'd like to see more tutorials like this, don't forget to subscribe to the Color Therapy YouTube channel so you don't miss any new tutorial videos. Thanks for watching our tutorial. You can get the Color Therapy app for free on the App Store.